opponent downfield, so let's just block Eddie Lacy. Just make it a little bit cleaner. Now you throw it. Randall Cobb's a little short, so throwing comeback routes, just one quick tip. If you're going to throw comeback routes, you want to have a guy with length, because they're going to have to go up and kind of get like a spec catch going. That was a perfect throw from Aaron. Down pass lead seems to be the way to go with that. That's all I'm going to do from that play, because like I said, I'm not a huge fan of it. I don't run it too often because you actually have to come out in it, and I just don't think it's worthy of you having to come out in it. Especially since you already have a really good PA play at your disposal from a quick audible. The next formation is going to be gun tray open, and the play I really like is Casey corner. Now this is extremely similar to, if not the same play from the Christmas free Seattle scheme from gun 4 wide receivers. If you guys suffered through that with the whole audio thing, then you'll already know this play. The reason this is so effective is watch the left side of the field and halfback. The flat zone on that side of the field drops to cover the C route pretty much every single time. This is a really consistent play. 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 yards, whatever. This is the last time I'll show it. It pretty much happens every single time. Every now and then, the flat zone will drop down to cover that, and then boom, you can hit him for 25, 30 yards, whatever that was. Another thing you can do from this, which I like, I don't really love, you can slant A, and I've seen people do this online. Throw that route. That's the danger you run into, because you're going to get hit pretty darn fast when you throw this in route. You're opening yourself up to a lot of hit sticks, which is why I'm not a huge fan of it. Throw it every now and then, especially if you got a user who's just going and running and attacking the halfback. You can throw that in there. What I really like, which I think is more consistent and a lot safer, is dragging B and throwing to B. That's another tip too, is if you're playing Mutt and you notice they got a lot of big hitters on the field, just fall down, protect yourself. Don't do anything crazy going in doing a whole lot of juke moves. You're opening yourself up to turnovers big time. And I'm guilty of this too, where I'll catch the ball, try to spin right away, and just get blown away and fumble the ball. So take what you can get, protect the ball. You can also run the stock. You can try to hit the seam to this A route. You want to wait till he clears the hook zone right about there. He gets in a nice spot between the safety and the corner. Right now. That time is a touchdown. But and then the last route that you don't want to throw it to a whole lot. If you're really good at user catching, which I'm terrible at user catching, is this route right here. I don't know how to throw fades or user catch routes, but there is a section in the Winner's Kit, if you guys haven't checked it out, user catching 101. Get in there and learn it some more. Which I've just thrown 3 interceptions in a row, so I won't show that again. But if you have a tall wide receiver out there, you need to take a shot, take a shot. Other plays I like from this are read option, which is the exact same read option as the Seattle Seahawks book. That time Jordy or Randall Cobb decided he wasn't going to block a corner, so that's what's going to happen. But that time he chipped him. Typically you'll get more yards than that. You get better blocking than that. For whatever reason, he's not actually blocking this time. And if you have a faster quarterback, if they don't contain the quarterback, you got a whole bunch of space in front of you. See, like that time, that's really what you want. That's typically what you'll get. And then the other audibles you have your draw. If you see a soft box again, then you can run this. It's pretty effective. It's a decent draw. I don't love draws this year, but they definitely work if you get a pass commit. don't try to fall with your halfback like I just did. It only works with wide receivers. Your halfbacks will like almost always dive, so don't ever do that. And then PAKC cross, that's the play that's one of your other passing plays you want to focus on. Now you can just run this stock. You'll see RB gets into a nice area right in front of the safety. What I will typically do when calling this play is I will, slant X. And you'll see that actually RB gets more open. Didn't look like it there, but he will get more open. Show. You want a good catch and traffic guy there. Davante Adams is pretty good, but you're going to want something a little bit better than that. You can also slant A, because that A route doesn't really do it for me. It doesn't get the depth. It's a good route against man-to-man. Really good against man-to-man, but, I mean, it only gets... When it gets to the middle part of the field, it's only about 5 yards from the line of scrimmage, which you might as well just have a drag there. It doesn't do much for me. So you can also slant A, and at the end of his route, he'll be at least 10 yards up the field. Yeah, you'll see that. He's at least 10 yards up the field. RB's open. So if you want to run like that, I don't hate that either. Let's just show that you can actually throw this play route. So it's a risky throw, so I wouldn't recommend it. And then the last way I would run this is drag B, mesh underneath, take what the defense gives you. If he's dropping, the user is dropping, who's using him as a linebacker, then you want to hit the mesh route underneath. But you can also still, if he's not dropping, just hit RB. The RB route is really the money route from this play right here. I think there's one or two more plays from this. Country Open has a wide receiver screen that I won't go over because wide receiver screens are pretty self-explanatory. Wait till he sits. Don't snap. I might as well show you now. I picked it by accident. Wait till he sits, then you throw it. If you throw it while he's coming back, he's going to continue to run back after he gets the ball, and it's just going to mess it up. If you can get some good blocking and turn it into a big play. So since we're on it, might as well just show this. This is some stuff from like last year that I used to run. Streak the wide receiver, move the halfback over in a drag, and you got yourself a pretty good halfback screen too. The play I meant to go to was the fake wide receiver screen, which I think is actually more effective. You can attack more of the field with this fake wide receiver screen than you can with the actual wide receiver screen. So this is why I would prefer to come out in this. You can come out and just leave it stock. Yes, you don't get as many yards as the regular wide receiver screen, but that's not the point. The point of coming out in this is actually that if you want to attack another part of the field and you slant RB, you'll not only be able to hit the quick screen, you'll also be able to hit this A route as he breaks in. Now you want to be careful throwing this because the good, strong safety, say he has like really high play rec. I think a lot of people have been using Troy Polamalu and Mutt. If they have a legend, Ronnie Lott or whoever, they may jump this A route, so you want to be extra careful when throwing it. Show you one more time. It's a tight throw. You got to get the timing down. If you throw it too early, you're going to get a catch tackle, or you could get it jumped. Another setup you can do is take the screen away, which I don't love this, but it does seem to get that seam route more open. So do that one more time. See, sometimes you get that, and that's kind of ugly. So that's why I like to leave the screen where it is. That time I should have checked down to the screen, but I guess you get the point. If you take away the screen, you're gonna put yourself in some trouble. So, and the last route you want to throw is this face catch route. He gets this weird inside position, and that's kind of actually a really good animation right there. That's kind of how you want to throw it, I think. I think you should throw it earlier rather than later, because if you wait till later, watch the position the DB wound up getting. See, then he's with him, you know, he's with him moving. You can still throw it. Taller guy is probably better, but you really want to catch him when he's shifting around. And that time he didn't get a good, it was a different animation from the DB. Sometimes you'll get it, sometimes you won't, where the DB's hips like sink his hips like it's going to be like a curl route, and then he'll get like a little bit twisted around. Can't really get it right now, so just use that route sparingly. That's not something you want to rely on too much. Every now and then throw it, why not? Go into the next set right quick. I think that's it from Gun Tray Open. We just double check real quick. Gun Tray Open. Wide corner is a good play. If you saw the free Colt scheme, I think that was Thanksgiving maybe. That's a good play. Check out Madden Tips YouTube page. I don't remember what episode number that was. Yeah, that is it from Tray Open. I'm not going to go over Empty Tray. I do like Empty Tray because it has wide receiver screen in it for an empty set, which is always nice. I'm not going to go over Empty Chief because I don't think this formation has enough legs in it. There's really not. There's maybe one play that I would use, so it's really not worthy. Bunch quads, however, is really good. This play inside post is what you want to come out in. Excuse me. Got hiccups. And again, if your opponent is matching your personnel, if they're staying in 46, cover 3 against this, you're going to absolutely destroy them. I mean, there's just no way for the zones, or excuse me, the personnel on the field to match up with all these wide receivers out there. So you're really going to torch them if they come out in this. But just for the sake of the video, let's go to dollar. Go cover 3 sky press. And display stock. We'll just show it stock first. You got a curl flat on the right. You got the 2 deep routes over the middle, and you've got the streak on the far left. So just run it stock. Got the curl flat concept. You want to throw to the flat if it's there. You'll see that they do a really good job of following all these routes over the middle. Yes, you can hit A. A good user will probably try to take that away. So what I like to do is to free up that RB post route, I'll put A on the in. And you'll see the zones clamp down on it pretty good. And you'll get that type of look from the defense. They'll clamp down on the in and the post will be open. You want to throw it right as he makes his break. You don't want to wait too late because the safety will come up and either lay a big hit or you'll probably throw an interception. You can hit the, obviously if the flat drops down, let's see if I can make him drop down. Like right there. If you wait late, that route will come open because the deep blue tends to follow that post route. The only hot route I'd make from this is I don't really throw streaks. That's not really my thing, so I will put this drag route under there to get myself another underneath route to throw to. See, boom, there's a lot of space for you to get upfield. That is probably the last setup I would do. Let me just double check. I think I sometimes run it like this, just to get this A route open. It's not really that money. It's not that great. I wouldn't run this typically. So if I'm gonna in route, it might be a little bit better. Yeah, it's a little bit better if you put them in in. You have to wait. This is a long developing pattern. You have to wait for him to get basically to the other side of the field. So typically you would want to just move around a little bit. Now you got it, right? Don't run that setup if you drag X though. I'm not going to show that, but the deep blue will sit on that and you throw a pick. So the next play I want to do is 4 verticals. It's actually not called 4 verticals. It's, what is this, drag under. It's verticals though. You can leave it stock. You get a lot of space for B.